beginning of the 2025 fall session of the Tungsten Division. We have the Latecomer Assassins hosting Dunne 80 out of the Finley Dunn's Tavern over on Lincoln Avenue. We're going to be starting off here in just a minute. Deadly now for 501 singles. We have Kevin Boyson throwing against Carl Hamilton. And I am going to be narrating this game. My name is Chris Lazzarini, for those who don't know me. So, going to take a look at what it's like to have a live announcer for a Windy City League Night match. Looks like Carl there won the diddle. Could be important here as we kick off the 2025 season. Let's see what Carl's got going. You have a pretty full house here at Guy's Den in Chicago. Have another team playing on board number 10. We're on board number 3 here tonight. Not sure if these guys are feeling any nerves. I don't know if the live stream adds anything to what they're going through right now. I'm sure it's not the easiest thing in the world. New season jitters, first week, knowing that this is going out to dozens of people watching. Nervy start here, 41s apiece for Carl. See if Kevin can capitalize. Stray third, picks up a few extra points though. Early lead for Kevin, 2 rounds into this first game of 501. Looks like he's searching for a little bit, starting low, then going back up. Not sure if that's his usual strategy if he's not feeling it. You can see him shaking it out a little bit, just trying to get loose here. It's early in the season. Bound to happen. Good capitalization from Kevin there. Vaults into a 100-point lead here. 9 darts in. Unlucky bounce out there for Carl. Looks like he's struggling a little bit. We do have a handful of people here at Guy's Den. If you do hear background noise, it's just a bunch of people having fun playing darts and drinking beers. Typical Tuesday night here in Chicago. Last there from Carl. First score in the triple digits here tonight. Sure, that feels good to get back in the game a little bit. We have flipped it. Carl did lead off and is now just drawn even here after that ton. Good solid darts there from Kevin. Gets down under 200, where the longer format 501 becomes a bit of a sprint here towards the end of the game. Good turn and good camaraderie there between Kevin and Carl. Good to see that. Not a lot of enemies here in the Windy City Tungsten League. I won't say it. Pressure from Carl seems to have rattled Kevin a little bit as he now has lost the lead back to just a mere 24-point lead for Carl. Starts on 19, is hoping to go with a big out. Kevin outside of a finish here, so Carl will have a chance to come back to the board and take out 107. Let's see how low Kevin can get it. Big turn from Kevin. I think just misses the 11 trying to set up the 40, but gets it down to a unreasonable number, a 2 dart combo. with a big 134 there. Pressure puts on back on Carl. Not going to happen for him this round, but trying to get a good setup does, and gets down to an out. I'm sorry. My eyes deceived me on that one. There we go. Flipped it. Okay, there we go. Little scoring error there. I'll blame Mike Vandecott, who's our shocker right now. Multiple options here. Kevin tries to go 5 for 32, but hits the 12 instead. Down to 25. Still a simple two-dart combo. Let's see what route he chooses to go. Goes for the 9 to leave 16 and hits the double 9. Now he's in a tougher spot. Still needing one more dart to set up the double. Hits the 19. That's a busted score. Back over to Carl on 14. Don't think he'll be looking to split here. Probably right at it. Does go right at it. Might be a bit of a blocker there. Now he's making a decision. Does go to split it. Hits the 6 to leave 8. Double 4 just misses outside the wire. Back over to Kevin. Still on 37. See what his route is here. Just misses on the wire for the double 16. Goes at it again. Gets a little high. Hits the single 8. Leaves himself 24. Carl on double 4 here to wrap up the first leg of the season. One and done. Gets it done. We'll flip over, mugs away, and Kevin will lead us off for game 2. And then Pat with his patented toe dig in at the line. Talked to him about that in the offseason. He said it's just a kind of a mental reminder. It's not obviously anything to get grip on the ground. We're not digging in like a batter's box, but he does use it kind of a way to reset and make sure he's focused and ready to go before he throws that first dart. Opens game 2 with a 41. Carl came on strong towards the end of that first game. See if he can keep the momentum going a little bit. Opens with a disappointing 17. In case you're curious, when my voice is as low as it is, want to make sure that the players aren't being too distracted. Don't want to be too loud with the game going on. First time for anybody having our matches announced, so I'm going to keep it pretty quiet and keep it chill. Not sure if you heard Marty in the background, but there we go. Our first 1080 of the season. It is Carl. On camera announced 180. I'm not going to do the voice. I know many of you wanted to hear it, but not tonight. It's a bit of an awkward quietness here. Not a lot of excitement so far, but a lot of folks getting their practice in. Obviously, we're at Dies Den where there are plenty of boards to use when you're not playing your match. So guys getting loose, guys getting ready. Prepared for what comes next. First things first, though. Sorry, Alex. I'm not the actual announcer. The Mike Vandecott is at the board. He's the one who should be yelling 180. As far as I know, in darts announcing, it's not the announcers who are shouting out ton 80 at the end of a round. So I appreciate the effort, but we're not going to be doing that. Tough bounce out there for Carl, but still in a pretty commanding lead here. We've been searching a little bit here, chasing a decent amount right now. Down over 100 here as we're getting down towards the end of the game. Carl looks like he's in pretty firm control here. It can be loud. It's a noise canceling microphone. It can be loud. Fine. Something just too loud. Score there from Kevin. Trying to get back in the game here a little bit. Carl will have 6 starts and 144. See if he what route he takes. If he's trying to get fancy here or just get down to a reasonable number. Not a very aggressive play there, but again, he has plenty of time. Got some music coming in, so might be a little more background noise. Am I being picked up? Should be fine. Again, we got a little bit background music. Bit of a party here now. Felt a little stiff in here just listening to me quietly talk over this game, but we're good to go here. Back in, locked in at the end of this game too. Carl looking to set up a good score, gets down to 60, and Kevin will probably have to take out 148 here, unless he wants to give Carl a chance at 60, a number he's quite comfortable with. Good first there from Kevin. Gets another one in there. That's a 120 shot. Leaves 28, double 14 here to sneak game two. Oh, just outside on the wire. Couldn't do it. Good effort, though. Good aggressive dart there. And the ton 20 does put a pressure on Carl, who will have to take out this 60 to steal a match right here and not send it to a game three. First start bust. Door open for Kevin. Likely will go right at the double 14, a number he's quite comfortable with. First start just where he missed at that last turn. It's pretty dialed in here on double 14. See if he can use that first start on this third one, playing it in there. He can't, pulls it low, hits an odd, and leaves himself on 17. See if Carl can get the dart a little higher this time, avoid that triple 20. Does with a double. Now he goes to double 10. Can't hit the double 10. Hits the neighbor double 6 instead, leaves himself double 8. Kevin now will have to go odd to even to close this game out. Hits the 1. Will be on double 8 here to try to get the win. Just outside the wire. Can't get it done. Carl will have 3 darts from 8 to take this first set. Just inside on a double 2. Just low. See if he can climb on top of it. He cannot. Leaves himself in the double 1 jail. See if Kevin can capitalize here on double 8. And this is low. Another neighbor. This one busts his score. And we're back over to Carl on double 1. Misses high, then misses way low. Opening the door once again for Kevin to force a game 3 here. First start in, and there we go. Kevin sneaks away with game 2 and forces a game 3. Well, Kevin will lead the diddle. See who goes first here in this decider. Opening set drama here. for Latecomer Assassins versus Dunne 80. So the feedback out there sounds like the party's only happening in Dye's Den, as you all can only hear me and not the music. So you'll have to play your own if you want to listen along with some songs. What you just saw there was Carl winning the diddle, and we'll go first in this third league decider. I don't think you can understand how excited I am that my voice is not the only thing being heard in this bar. Three triples, but only 66 to show from it. Who knows if those missed starts at doubles will come back to bite Carl. Been a little bit of a nervy start here for both of them, but Kevin looks to capitalize here in game three. Strong turn there from Carl. 100. See if Kevin can answer here. Kevin's big scores have been coming late in the game. The 134 and the 120, both getting down below 100. Hasn't had a lot of those big numbers early in the game. See if he can catch up to Carl here. Keep things tight. Six solid darts from Kevin. Leaves himself down to 381, chasing about 45 points from Carl. Kevin with 5 5s for a score of 25, chasing a little bit here in game three. One, let all you know watching right now that I won't be here all night. I'll be playing some of these games, and I will at some point be turning it over to Carl Hamilton, who will do his best to imitate me and narrate any games that he's not playing. And we'll be bringing you commentary throughout the night here in this opening match of the season. So hopefully, Carl and I have a nice little combination here together. And if we're not playing a game against each other or against other people, we'll try to do a little co-announcing, a little back and forth banter for you. So something to look forward to later in the night. Carl going away from 20s here on 233, trying to get to a nice even number for himself. Goes for bull to get to an out. Can't do it. Leaves himself 175. See if Kevin can make a jump here. Put some pressure on Carl a little bit. It's like Kevin drifting a little bit here to the left on the fives. And overcorrects a little bit to the ones. Looking for a big number here on this third dart. Can't find it. Carl still on the 19s here. Solid 133 there to set up 42. We'll have a couple different options there on the 610 wire to set up a good out. Kevin's going to have to do a lot of work here to catch up. Should be a comfortable setup here. Again, 10-6 wire can go 36 or 32 afterwards. Misses the board completely. Taking it a little bit easy. Hits the 10 to set up 32. One chance at it right here. Just misses. But we'll have three more at least at 32 while Kevin works his way down. Kevin here searching for a big triple. Hasn't been able to find one this game three and still can't. Kevin has all the time. Sorry, Carl has all the time right now, but hope, who knows how it's going to feel. Not sure if you get too low, you want to bust it. He goes single 16 and misses two at the double eight. And now will be stuck on eight again for the third time in a row. Still not onto it out, so Carl still has some time here. First start in, and that is the set. Carl takes game three, and the opening set of 501, 1-0 for the latecomer Assassins. I'm going to have to go warm up because I'm playing doubles of the next set. So thank you all for listening, and I'll turn it over to Carl, who I'm sure will be announcing the next one.
Interesting. Touch on that. Evening, everyone. This is Carl Hamilton, captain of the Latecomer Assassins. Going to try to match the sultry tones of Chris Lazzarini as he was commenting on the game. This is the first time we're doing this here, and seriously, it is quite nerve wracking. I hope I looked calm, but in the inside, you know that a bunch more eyes are on your darts, and it was shaky up there at best. I was just kind of lobbing them in there, hoping for the best. You just hope that your muscle memory uh, will make it happen for you. So we've got doubles format right now. Looks like they're going to have the Lazzarini brothers up against um, Mikey Kalamutin and Rusty Bamer. Um, it's good. This should be a good battle. I mean, we're just sort of trying to get our feel for where we are in the beginning of the season. It's been a couple of months since we played, since the end of the last season. So figuring out how you're doing against worthy opponents is always a good way to figure out what you need to do with your game and how you need to settle and what you need to work on. So we're going to get started in a little bit here, and I'll try to walk you through it. Okay, we got Mikey to diddle. Again, with tungsten, uh, it's either in the bowl or it's not. We play by PDC standards, trying to up our game here at the top level in Chicago. That looks like at least a single bull, if not a double. See if Mikey can match it. Winning the diddle at this place will not only mean that you go first, but you're also going to pick the first game um, that is going to be played. Let's see what they're going to pick. You want to set the tone and probably play something that you will have an advantage on by playing first. So looks like a 3-0 game. Double in, double out. Just for my convenience. What? This is definitely a nerve-wracking double. It is one that can make or break the game, especially at this level, where if you give the opportunity to your opponent, looks like Rusty's on the board. Good for him. No. Yes. All right. Joey's trying to find his range. So it looks like Mikey's just going to have a chance to score big and bring his team closer to the end of the 301 match. I will tell you when I'm thrown at 265, I usually start on the 19s because 5 of them will give me an out. But with the other team not in, I bet he felt free to just see where he was with his 20s, warm up on that area, and really you got to get into your rhythm and into your space. And the Dunne 80 boys are in. 59. Well done, Chris. Looks like a 45 from Rusty. Nope, 30. All right, so no team on and out just yet, but they will be looking to set themselves up. The more pressure you can put on the other team, the more comfortable you feel setting up your outs. Looks like Mikey's going down for the 19s and back up for the 20s. Leave himself an even number. Looks like he drifted into the 5s. Still an 84, so it does get him to an out. Always interested to see how somebody's going to go on 105. And Chris gets his team down to an out and finishes well. It's a big one, but it is doable. All right. Looks like Rusty was going for 16s. Okay. So that leaves 99? No, 89. 19. Looks like he got 37 on that attempt. Yep. So we'll want to take a nice chunk out of this. At least bring it down to a ton. Ooh, drifted into the 5s. No, Mikey, I think he's just going to go for the trip 20 and all right, and double top. Wow, that is quite close. And Chris gets a look at this. Comes downtown. Looks like he got the trip. That means he's got 58 left. 48 left. Oh, 58 left. Yeah, must have. My math is better when I'm closer to the board. It's like Rusty's trying to work his way down the ladder. Ooh, did he get it? No, just inside. All right, that gives Joe a shot at this, and this would give them a nice foothold in this best of three. All right, that leaves tops. No. Again, there's got to be that I can speak for my own experience that there is a ton of pressure on these gents right now. And there it is. All right, first game out of the way. Now this is mugs away, so that the loser of that game will get to pick the next one. And it looks like they picked cricket, which is a good game to start. Just you definitely, if you can get a foothold in cricket, it's hard to shake you off the hill. It's like you only got 2 marks. Mikey will be looking to capitalize on this. Looks like he. Oh no, he did get the triple. He decided not to score on it and decided to come down to 19s. If he wasn't such an awesome player, I'd be mad at him right now. Ooh, did he get? Oh, I know that frustration. Only 2 marks. You just want to get the big segment out of the way. I do believe Rusty was trying to go for the double there. He should go back up and score on some 20s. Oh, that's a rough run. It happens from time to time. Feel the weight of the world on you. All you want to do is just throw darts. Did he get a triple at the end? Yep. Triple at the end gets them on the board. Might need at least 2 20s to level up. Which is doesn't like the lie of that first dart. Huh? Looks like he got an 18 by accident. Some fallout there. So they are up in points, but it does very much give the advantage to the Dunne 80 team. Good. Good darts. Does the job. As my old team used to say, gets the homework done. I think Rusty found his range now. Ooh, very much so. Looks like he's got 6. Good stuff. I hope for all the players that eventually the feeling that the camera and the streaming will eventually just go away and we'll be able to relax and throw the darts that we always throw, because it can get really good at times. Joe's going to want to point for a little bit. Doesn't look like he got much of anything. So Rusty's going to capitalize on this. 2 19s and then perhaps point again. No, he still can take it out. And there they are. Now the pressure's on Chris to rack up some 17s, find his range with it. Looks like he got it. He got more than a few. 7. That is a body blow right there. 7 mark is a nice body blow. Feels like he righted this ship. It's almost 20 points to the positive. Mikey's going to want to shut that down. 4, 4, 4 18s. Okay. This is going to be a nip and tuck game. You can just tell. Doubles is a unique style of play because you feel very responsible to your partner, and it's hard. Sometimes you feel like you're letting them down, especially when your darts aren't flying. I've been in that situation many times. Looks like Chris is going to capitalize on their position. Ooh, but can't take full advantage. Just two gets them close. Like he looks like he's going to shut that down. Yep, trip there, back up to score, and he'll stay there. Oh, can't do too much damage, but it is enough to shut down another segment, and you feel like the winning line is within sight. The rest he's got to be able to capitalize right now. Throw straight and true. It's right on the wire. Can't tell if that's a triple or it looks like he wanted to go back and score. So yeah, only 116. If Chris can take advantage of this, it didn't get another seven mark like he did last time. Can really switch the better balance of power here. Five, good shot. 10 points is 10 points. Mark, he could have come down for the hero dart and gone at triple or double 16 to maybe close it, but it was smarter to stay up there, score out some points, make them come back at you. Looks like four. One, two. All right, that's enough points. Is he going to come down and close it out? He's going to try. I think he's going to go back up. Oh, frustrating. You feel like you're moving all over the board. You can't really relax into your segment. Looks like Chris has relaxed into his. Coming back down, only gets the three or one. Oh my goodness. He had decided that as soon as he got the point lead, he was going to come and take a shot. Five. Five hits. All right. Pressure's on Joe. Get that point lead back, and that's a good start. Ooh, six. Four. Good shot. Not quite the point lead, but does get them back into the swinging range. There's one. Just want that fat segment. There you go. If I was him, I'd go back up and point. He decides to see if he can take a shot at the 15s. Brave man, who I will be talking to later. You got to trust your instincts in these situations. Sometimes you are going to throw a hero dart. It's not recommended, but sometimes you gotta trust you're feeling in the groove. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be you who wins or loses. Looks like some points on the board. Just one. Looks like one of these teams is going to try to crawl over the finish line. Rusty's going to want to close the 15 segment, move on to the Bulls, or perhaps point. He's still got darts to do it. There it is. Knowing him, he's going for both. Yep. Good look. All right. Chris starting really well in those bowls. Looks like it's either two or three, just two. Really good. Chris does not look like he's shaking at all by the streaming. Yeah. Not having any success with the bullseyes. Mikey's going to choose to point. Nice little triple there. Put more pressure on Dunne 80. Like almost a 100-point difference. Need at least three to get back up on top. One bull. Three bulls could end the game. Just outside. Well, that one's good. Can he use that to deflect in? Looks like two. Just one. We were good looking darts, though. All right, got one good last, as I like to say, good last. So that does take a little dent in the point average. Only 69 points separate the teams, so that's going to be three bulls. Latecomer assassins just need two. Just one. Nip and tuck, nip and tuck. Yep. Three bulls and one triple. I've seen it happen. That's a good start. That's a very good start. Oh, oh my goodness. Wow, what a look. What a look. Three bulls. Out of nowhere, Joey was going to be the savior of the day. Get that point total. It's just a 6-point game. Does he go for it? Oh, he does. Just outside. Is Chris going to make him pay? Because he's going to need one ball, two eights. Nope, doesn't look like he's finding it. Nope, just outside. Looks like Mikey to deliver the coup de grace. Closer. Ooh, still can't make it. Still can't make it happen. Joey, savior that last round, could be getting us to a third game. Good last one. Good last. Two bulls. Now it's a 68 or not 68, 38-point game. Got to get that point lead, and that's the perfect way to do it. One, two, three. Needs that ball. Ooh, can make it happen, but he does get the point lead. You're so close. Looks like another ball. How many balls is that? Oh my goodness. Good looking darts. No balls. Oh, it's nerve wracking. Can Mikey get us over the line? The answer is yes. Well, thank you for joining me. It's Carl Hamilton. I'll be signing off for right now. Get you some more commentators over here, and hope you let us know how we're doing.
Welcome back to the Windy City Darters live stream. That's right, the guy who just lost format doubles with his brother is back here on the mic. We have 301 singles coming up with the Latecomer Assassins up 2-0 for the night. 301 singles is going to be, looks like Nate Faust for Dunne 80 warming up right now at the board with the work shirt and the bandana. And then we have Mike Vandecott from the Latecomer Assassins who'll be going against him in 301 singles. I can echo what I'm sure Carl mentioned. It is a little nervy up there with the cameras on, but hopefully it wasn't too embarrassing of a showing, and hopefully at least the shirts look good. Gonna continue on the night, one way or another. Sure, nerves will go away at some point, right? I think if you ask professional dart players at any level, or any dart players at any level, nerves really never go away. Whether you have a chance to end the game at your first time ever playing, or your chance to win the Premier League, I think the nerves are going to be there, and the more you play like this, the more you get used to those nerves, and hopefully you get better at taming them. So something that we all can work on, I'm sure, and we all relate to. Looks like we're off and going with the diddle. And it looks like Nate got it, and will be the first to try to get in on 301. You would have seen this as the first game in the Chicago format version. Definitely more of a sprint than the 501, assuming you can get in. Looks like Nate's preferred approach is on the double tens and doesn't manage to get in his first turn. We'll kick it over to Mike, see where his double of choice is. Obviously, not being tied down to a specific number to go out on. It's a good indicator of where people feel comfortable. Looks like Mike feels most comfortable on double 16 and quickly gets into the game. It's a nice in from Mike with a 108, already more than a third of the way to the finish line of just 301. And as expected, Nate right behind him with a double and on double 10 and working up the board on 20s. A quick 41 in. Now that you're both in, you just don't have a lot of doubts to work with. Again, both guys getting low, one good turn, and you're already in an out territory. So not a lot of time to get comfortable in 301. 40 from Mike does leave him an out, although a tough one. We wouldn't expect 153 to go, but you've seen things happen. Nate's trying to cut that deficit down and get himself to an out as well. Just misses his third dart, big triple. Just a 40 and down to 220. This is the second season that Mike has played with this group. Don't know if he's feeling any nerves with a newer team, but seems to be settling in quite nicely. Puts up a 45 and gets down to 108. Well, Nate will need at least a 50 to get down to an out himself. Looks like he has that already with a first dart, big dumber. And if that's untrue, I apologize because the view of the stream is not easy to see here. So that actually was just below the triple 20. Puts up a 57, and unfortunately, that last start 19 does not leave him an out. And Mike will have 6 starts from 108. Was going the route of 418s to leave 36 and misses the triple with a 1. A 38 gets him down to 70. Good, comfortable combo for a lot of dart players. Just 59 from Nate, so he'll be at 104. So a 3-digit out. While Mike is looking to take out 70 here. Looks like we'll go the route of the 18s. Hits the single to 52. Goes 12 for tops. 1 dart at it. And this is just low. Big ask for Nate. Question, where do you go here with 104? Do you just stick with 20s? Knowing that four still leaves you good out, he goes 18 route, hits a single to leave 86. Would like to go triple 18 for double 16. Can't hit the triple. Should be down to 68 now with one in hand, just setting up his next start. Does so back at 20 to leave 48, so a good place to be with that 16-8 wire setting up a double. But Mike does have 3 darts at 20 to get game one. All he needs is one, and that's it. Game one goes to Mike Vandecott. And the latecomer assassins continue to roll, winning 5 on the spin, 4 on the spin. And we're back to mugs away with Nate kicking off game two. He goes up top this time and looks like he doesn't get in, just misses and is back on the bottom of the board for double. And does finally get in with a double 15 on his third dart. Good last there to get into the game. Mike tries to answer and can't find his way in. And again, with this short format 301, might be a big advantage here for Nate if he can put a big number up. Nice solid 60 there. Gets him down to 211. Mike tries to get in here, second turn. That's weird. Just check the focus there on that board cam. Looks a little better now. So had some issues with people walking in front of it. Should be good or easier to see now, but Mike did get in on a second turn, and Nate has answered with a 59 of his own to get down to the first out of the game at 152. Two triple 20s would leave him a 32. Always a big number that we all want to take out. I think we feel like we can, but he does miss the 20 on his first for the single five. Won't be able to do much here, except for try to set himself up for next turn. 44 down to that comfortable 108. Seen that a few times already tonight. Multiple routes to go from there. See if Mike can threaten that down from 202. Very close there to a big number, but only 60 for Mike. Nate will stay on 20s from 108, leaves himself now down to 68, and will have a 1 dart set up to leave a good number. Doesn't hit the 20, just the one there. So instead of being at 48, is actually at 67, and we'll have a couple of routes to go there from 67. See what Mike can do from 142. He moves over to 18s after the first route 20. Does hit a third dart triple for a 92 score to leave himself 50. So Nate will be just being pressured a little bit here in game two. First start was at 51, trying to leave 16. Hit the single. Now a single 18 will leave him 1 dart at 32 to get game two. Just misses inside the wire there. Will be on double 8 if he gets a chance to come back, but Mike will be here from 50 with 3 darts. Goes around of single 10 for 40 and hits the triple instead. So we'll be down at double 10 here. Sorry, it was a single 10. Just misses high. Maybe a slight early fist pump there as he thought he had it, but missed just off the wire. And now Nate will have 3 from 16. Looking at double 8 here. Little wayward low there. See if he can build off it, get it high enough. He did. Overcorrected. Now 1 at double 8. And misses just inside. Little south, north, east miss there. One more could have been west. Instead, Mike has 3 from 40 to lock up this third set. Another triple 20 bust, our second one tonight from the Latecomer Assassins. Opens the door for Nate to steal game two. We'll be looking at double four to get this game. This is inside, and I can tell you, as being up there last game, the nerves are real, and it's not just the cameras on. I think we feel these no matter what. Darts are always exciting, but Nate stays calm under pressure there and goes around the horn 4-2, double one, and gets game two to force a rubber match where Nate will have the darts to diddle to see who goes first. Looks like a single bull. And Nate does earn the win in the diddle. Will once again go first for the third time in this 3-game series. Trying to get in, see if he goes back to double 10 or tries to get in with a bigger number to start off. Looks like he's back at the top of the board, at least momentarily. Looks like his eyes shifted over to the right side of the board. Takes a look at double 10. Can't find it there. And misses wide there on double 10 again. So opens the door for Mike to come in now and steal this short 301 format. Does get in on his first start. Big advantage there. See how much he can capitalize. Just a 42 in, but enough to get the lead. And as always, first start seems to answer every time. Double 15 for Nate. Back at the top of the board on 20s for a nice 70 in. Looks like we got a good battle here for game three. Both guys ready to play. It's always a question of when you start doing the math on what numbers you have left. Both these guys in the low 200s. Guys start thinking about what you want to leave yourself if you can get to an out. Nate looked like he was blocked out in that 20. Moved down and does put up a triple, a big triple at least, to get to a score of 80 and down to an out. So the first out of the game will be from 151. Not really the easiest out in the world, but doable. And we'll see what route he takes to get down as Mike tries to climb there with him. Can't get the big triple there, so just a 20-point lead here. 20-point lead here for Nate. Another first start miss and that big attempted out is at 146. We'll just try to set it up from here. Another 19 leaves him once again familiar to 108. He was just there last game, so he knows what he's doing from there. Three very good darts, but none of them are in the triple bed. So just a 60 there from Mike. But we do have a very tight game, only 3 points separating this final leg of 301. First dart at single 20, leaves the 88. Tries to go 60 for 28, can't. We'll just try to get one more single 20 to leave that 48. Instead hits, does hit it. A couple different routes from 111. Mike starts down. Looks like he hits a single 7, was down to 104. We're trying for the 54 to 50. Couldn't go that route. And has a dart fall out and only points 19. Nate will have 3 darts from 48. First dart looking at that 16-8 wire and getting to a comfortable either double 20 or double 16 to try to steal this set and get the Dunne 80 team on the board. It's the triple 16, unfortunately, and that does result in a bust. Bummer there for Nate as he tries to go for the nice, comfortable single 16. And now Mike will have a chance from 92. Mike can't capitalize here with a single 5, single 3. 85 left, just goes 20 and gets him down. Sorry, 20. Can't really see that well. It was a 28 shot down to 64. So now, once again, Nate on that 8-16 wire hits the 16 this time. We'll have two from 32. Just misses outside the wire, down to 32. 64, Mike walked up there. Hits two single eights, won't leave him an out. Can only manage 32 points, leave himself at 32. So now we have a tie ball game. Nate with three darts in hand to win the set. Big deep breath from the bandana. Misses just inside and just outside. Cannot close it down. And will open the door for Mike to grab this game and this set. First dart has it, and that will lock up this set. 2-1 to Mike Vandekott and a 3-0 lead for the Latecomer Assassins. Dunne 80 has been in these games. They've had some darts that have been pretty close to winning it. Unfortunately, they have not come away with a point, at least unfortunately for me, given that's my team. We will turn it over to set 4 of the night, which will be DC doubles. Cricket doubles. We will have Joe and Tim from Dunne 80, and we'll see who they're up against soon. We are back underway with DC doubles. We have Carl leading off from the Latecomer Assassins. Had to move around his darts as they were blocking a little bit. Only gets one to start off this game of cricket. And we will have Joe stepping up here, seeing if he can capitalize. Gets four, gets on the board for Dunne 80. And Mikey will be forced to go down to 19s. Two 19s for Mikey leaves the door open for Tim. Looks like I can't tell from here for sure. It doesn't look like he tripped anything there. Sorry, I did get three 19s. Good down there from Tim. Has done 80s up to a 4 mark lead here. Forces Carl on a 18s. Hits three singles. Can't get any points on the board. Back over to Joe. Joe had just missed a dart at triple 18. That would have given him the win in the last game he played, but was able to get at least two 20s here, more points on the board. Leads are important in cricket. Especially with how surgical Mikey has been on the 18 so far tonight. Hits four 18s and closes out 19s, takes the lead. Turns it over to Timmy, who will be looking at 20s to get that point lead back. Just one from Tim. Obviously, we would like to have more there, but does get them back on top. Carl looks to go single, single, single. Can't do that. And leaves the door open for Joe on 20s. Just another single 20 from Joe. Mikey will look to capitalize. We'll go to 18s for extra points. No, it's sorry. He goes to 20 to close out, then goes over to 18s. Confident in his ability to do both, and does. Gets the 20 and hits two single 18s to take a 26-point lead and force him to go down to 17s. Three singles opens the number up for Dunne 80, and Carl will look to close that door right after. Misses with the first and goes up to the 18s for points. Is able to hit four with that third dart triple, and will now require a lot of 17s out of this team. It's another two from Joe. Pretty comfortable lead right now. Mikey will try to close out 17s and cut off that scoring. Hits the triple in the second dart and is able to add 18 more points with the third, forcing Dunne 80 into a bit of a corner here, needing to get a lot of points on a 16s and 15s, historically not the highest scoring numbers. Well, historically, mathematically, you know what I mean. Only 116 from Tim, and Carl will look to take advantage. Can only get two, and so the door remains ajar, just a little open for Joe, seeing if he can get a bunch of 16s here and close that lead gap. Three good-looking darts. and gets 5 16s down. They do still have a lead though, Mikey and Carl, so he will look to close 16s, and then we'll have a choice to either go more points or close out 15s. He goes right at 15s, gets the single, tries for a point, cannot do that. Sorry, misses the 15, and misses the point as well. So now you have Joe and Tim only chasing 40 or so points, and is going to look to make that up on 15s. It's an unfortunate time for a miss for Tim, though. And the door once again open for Carl. So that first start triple, and he will move on to bullseyes. Can't find any bullseyes, and it's back to Joe, who already once tonight has been impressive on the bullseye. See if he can put a few numbers up here and make it interesting. Does hit a double there to get 2 bull on the board. Mikey will look to close the game out with bullseyes. Needs all 3. Once again, good looking darts can only get 1 on the board. Tough darts there from Tim. Can't find his way to the top of where he was aiming. Doesn't get any bulls to start. And now Carl will look to close the game out. Doesn't love where he's at. Has to move a little bit to his left. Something he's used to doing. And is able to get one in there on his third dart. Also has a fallout 18 there, which extends the lead. Third dart bull there does close it out, but they will have several throws at bullseye here, just needing 1 to close out this first game. Mikey gets it done on the first dart, and game 1 will go to the Latecomer Assassins, getting all of their points from game 1 on 18s, hitting 16 of them total. And Joe will kick off game 2 here. Third dart triple 20 salvages that first turn, and we're off and running in game 2. Not much of an answer there. Gets the triple 19, but can't get any points to capitalize. And Tim will have the option to either score or close. Looks to close and does. First dart triple 19, and now is going after points with the 20s, and is able to lay 2 more in there. Nice 5 mark around there from Tim. Mikey forgoes the top of the board 18s that he's had a lot of success on and tries to go straight at 17s. Feeling more comfortable at the bottom of the board right now. Is only able to manage 2, and now options abound for Joe. See if he follows Mikey in at 17s or goes up at 18s. 18s it is. Hits the first dart triple. Goes on to 17s. Hits the triple. And just misses the 16s with a potential 9 marker on the board, but does get 6. And Dunne 80 has a commanding lead here in game 2. Carl looking at a board with a lot of closes on the other side. Third dart bounce out. Unfortunate. Does get the triple. A lot of options here for Tim. We'll look to close as best he can. Misses low first dart. Takes a third at points and isn't able to find that. So a small window here for Mikey if he can put up a bunch of 16s. get them a lead, and see what happens. Just two, so doesn't take the lead. Joe will likely stay at 16s. Is able to convert on that third dart. I think we all know what that third dart feels like when you've hit two fat ones and you know you have to hit that third one in there. It's one of the hardest darts to throw, and he does it successfully. Closes out 16s, and Carl is now moving on to bullseyes as opposed to 15s, leaving that open. Isn't able to find a bull, does get a fallout 18, doesn't do that much good. Tim will look to continue closing out numbers by going at 15s. Misses the first, so goes after points. Does hit the double 20, but isn't able to find that last one. You can see the frustration on his face, knowing how good it is at 20s. Can't find those extra points when he wants them. And now Mikey goes after bullseyes. Looks like he gets nothing. That's right. He gets three 15s and an 18 fallout. Joe's able to close out 15s and move on to bullseye. Gets one there, so they again have a pretty commanding lead. They have a 48-point lead and only need two bullseyes here to win this game too. Two from Carl. Tim will have a chance here, three in hand, to just get two bullseyes and force a rubber match. Wasn't able to find it, but does get a fallout 17 to add 17 more points to their score. Mikey looking to get the lead, is able to hit two bullseyes, still chasing 40. But Joe will have a couple tries at bullseye here, close the game out. Joe's going to fallout 20 to extend the lead. Carl will try to capitalize on bullseyes. He needed a bunch, only got one, but did close out 17s with a fallout. Tim gets a bullseye and a fallout 18, extends the lead again, and leaves Dunne 80 just one bullseye away from getting game two. Strong darts there from Mikey. Puts up two bullseyes, gets within 3 points. Joe just needs one bullseye here that'll close it out. First dart gets it. And game two to Dunne 80. And for the third time tonight, we'll force a game three from Dunne 80. See if they can get on the board for the first time. We'll have a reverse diddle here to start it out. And game three is starting here in a minute. Good diddle there from Joe, hitting bullseyes in both of his throws. Carl missing his second attempt. And for the third game in a row, Dunne 80 will kick it off. Joe to throw first. Just misses the third dart. Hits a 555 on the wire there. Only one mark for Joe to start. Another dart on the ground for Carl. Disappointment on the face. A little bit of shock as well. And we have a one mark to one mark start at this tungsten level cricket game. No shame. No shade. Just observations. Two from Tim closes 20s. Mikey will have a choice to follow close or move on to 19s. Goes to close and misses. Recovers nicely with 220s. And we are tied through 2 rounds. Another wire triple third for Joe only results in a one mark 19. We got 319s from Carl to open those up, and Tim goes route of 18, trying to get some points on the board. See where Mikey goes. Straight at 19s, knows the value of points on the board, gets the first start triple, and moves on to 18s. Joe now looking at 18s, try to get some points on the board for Dunne 80. Second dart triple, closes the number, and puts 18 points on the board. First start triple closes out the 18s, a triple 19, and a single 17. 7 marks, only 6 counted, so it is a 6 hit on the board. Tim looking to go for 17s, misses widely and gets a 15, chooses to stay there, see if he can open up a new scoring number for his team. Does. Kind of a lesson there of following your dart. May not have been where he wanted to go, but was able to follow it nicely and open up a new scoring number for them. Mikey right behind with 217s to open those up. Does take a look at 15 and try to cut off that scoring number. Joe will like the attack. First start triple 15 is attacking. Good looking darts there. Gets a 9. 9 marker for Joe. Big 9. Turns out Tim knew what he was doing, open up 19s, and Joe able to capitalize. Just turn this game on its head a little bit. Just 3 19s, 3 single 19s from Carl, and this game is now a little bit of a back and forth match with Tim targeting the 15s, trying to get out ahead, comfortable enough to be able to close. Answers back with 3. And a bit of a seesaw battle here. Advantage going to the Latecomer Assassins with the higher scoring numbers. Let's see how that pays out for him. Mikey misses with points, but takes a 2 at 15 to close it off. Shut off that scoring number. And now decisions for Joe with 2 numbers for Carl to be able to score on. He's going to try to take a look at closing those out. Hits the 219s and closes that out. Carl will have a look at 17s to get the point lead back. Big third there from Carl. Gets the 4 mark on 17s, takes the lead, and forces Tim to go at 16s. Big 5 hit there from Tim, third dart triple to cut that lead down to just at 9 points. Mikey is not comfortable with a 9-point lead and goes right after 17s to open up the lead. Just gets 117 and 116, so extends the lead now up to 26. That'll force Joe to have to hit at least 2 16s. Does hit 2, takes the lead back. And we're back into a seesaw match with Dunne 80 scoring on 16s and the Assassins on 17s. Carr goes right at 17, misses just behind the triple. Takes a look at 16 with the lead, gets his 2, closes it out, and forces Dunne 80 into a bullseye race. Thank you very much. Just misses on the 2 bullseyes. Very close on those. Takes a look at triple 17 to close off their scoring to keep it close. Can only hit the 1. And Mikey and team will have a chance to close the game out on bullseyes here. Didn't love his first start at bullseye, so took a look at 17s to add some points there. Hits just the 1, and that opens it up to now a 28-point lead to go 1 extra bullseye needed now for Joe and Tim. Good looking darts there from Joe. Unfortunately, all of them have missed outside. Tough to see here on the stream. Those look like they were very close. Same thing there, strategy-wise as Mikey. Take a look at the bullseye. Don't like what you see there. Go after 17s. Know you can get those points up there and continue to add on the pressure for Joe and Tim having hit bullseyes. Good fair start from Tim. Gets 1 on the board, but can't get anything else, and no fallout either. Carl and Mikey struggling a little bit with bullseyes here, but they are able to continue pounding on the 17s as the lead goes up to 79. So an extra bullseye once again required for Joe and Tim. Just 1 more for Joe. Bullseye struggles continue for Carl and Mikey. First start at least. Good second. Manages 2 and a fallout 17. Big turn there from Carl. Really puts Joe and Tim against the wall here. Just 1 bull from Tim, and once again, Mikey will have 3 darts at bullseye for a chance to take game 3 and set number 4 for a commanding 4-0 lead tonight. Can't do it. And the door stays just slightly ajar for this Dunne 80 team in this 4th set. Joe sneaks 2 in there, closes the point gap, but not enough. Carl will still have 3 darts here for 1 bullseye. Misses just high on dart one. Can he use it? He cannot with dart two. And dart three, once again, is on the floor. And Tim now with a chance, chasing 46 points, will need two bullseyes and two 17s to steal game three. Takes his time and approaches the line. First dart double, takes the lead. Can't close out with a single 17. Big darts there. Takes the lead, hits the first, just misses the second, and will force Mikey to hit a bull and a 17 for this game to take it. Hits the 17 and hits the bullseye to steal and save game two and the set. And with that, the Latecomer Assassins will take a 4-0 lead, and singles format is up next, which I'm playing. So I'll catch you all later.
All right, looks like the next singles that we got going on is Chicago format 501, 301, and cricket. If we get to it, the one who wins the diddle will choose. Neil is the another of the latecomer assassins, and he is every one of those things. He is a latecomer and he is an assassin. Let's see if his fanny pack gives him some luck. You see diddles outside, quite a bit outside. It's going to shake off the energy of just getting here. Chris is onside as well. Looks like we're going to get another shot. Looks like that's a double. And that's another outside dart. So Neil might need a little bit of time to shake off some of some of the energy from the outside, come in and focus up. Chris is going to start us off at 301. Not in on the first attempt, but just a bit low, just a bit high. Oh, and goes to the other side of the board and and does not get that 38. Tops and bottoms. That looks like he might be in. Nope. All right. A lot of pressure on this match. Everyone who wants to come out of the blocks running. Easier said than done. Got to shake off some of that nervous energy. Play the darts that you practice. All right. Looks like Chris is in with a 51. Oh, close, but no cigar. Oh, no, he did get in. Oh, my goodness. The next iteration of this, when we become a multi-million dollar organization, we'll have better eye line on the board. But for now, got to rely on my eyesight, which is not always the best. Nice little ton from Neil. Looks like he might have settled in and found his range. He's down him to an out. Looks like Chris is also going to be at an out. Yep, same out. Let's just play a game of 156. Nice start. Looks like he's got 80, so he's got 76 left. Probably should just stay there. Even if he gets a ton 40, that'll leave 16. He's thinking about it. Is the lie good? 45? No, 85? 95. So you got still good dent taken out of that 156. Chris will not be happy with that visit. As the Germans say, 9. That's an interesting route. I think he was going for bullseye. I really don't know why he was doing that. Looks like he busted it up too. Hmm. Might have thought that Chris was too far back to worry about, but ooh, looks like Eddie got a 99, so it takes a nice chunk out of that. If I were him, I'd either start on bullseye to leave 36, or maybe he was going for triple one or triple 11 to leave 32. Nope, that would not be the good math. Good look at a double. Looks like Chris is going 6 for double 16. Good shot, Chris. And now Neil will get to pick whatever he wants to be the next game, 501 or cricket. Looks like cricket it is. Nice 4 mark from Neil, the latecomer assassin. Want to give it a shout out to our other teammate, Brian Thomas, who is out sick tonight. Hopefully watching from home and taking notes. No, knowing him, he's watching cartoons right now. Looks like, no, this doesn't give the reaction of a 4 mark. So, yep, that's just one more mark. Looks like he misses the 19s and he's going to stay there. Interesting. With a player of Chris's caliber, I would, if as soon as I missed on the 19s, I would have gone back up to point. You want to put yourself as much of a foothold as you can against a player who can level up, just like he did. All right. Looks like he's got one, and he shuts the door on the 19s. Only a 3-point lead. Precarious at best. 4 marks will get Chris back into this. 7 marks will get him winning it. Oh, those were all good darts. heartbreaker darts, I like to call them, just outside the area that you're aiming for. That looks better. That looks a lot better. Just, and that's a 5 mark. Oh, Neil. Upset with himself because he only got 1 mark, and it looks like Chris can take the lead now. And once that 20 segment comes off the board, it does shift the momentum of the game quite considerably. He's going to need to focus if he needs at least a triple. Trying to score back and does. Gets a nice 25-point lead. It's going to need at least 3 marks. He feels safe to move to the 18s. Does only gets 2. Yep. Chris is going to start to capitalize on his point lead. Neil moves very quickly. He's a very quick thrower. Doesn't like to hang around. I hope that's going to be beneficial to him. Because if Chris can close out these 17s. Oh, no, that is a misstep. No marks gives Neil the advantage. Is he going to take a shot at the 18s? He does. Is he going to stay there? He does. Not the play that I would make. When I'm going that way, I want at least 3 marks to the positive before I'll start trying to close something with just 1 dart. Let's see if he's going to be punished for it. Ooh, just outside. There it is, though. He gets that triple and is able to close the door. Unfazed. Looks like, oh, that last dart's just a little bit too weak. Not able to close out the segment. And it looks like Neil is. And he takes a shot at the 15s. All right, pressure's on Chris right now. Stay focused. Get a scoring segment. And move forward. Oh, and he doesn't come up. He only comes up with 1 mark. Now is the time that Neil is going to want to just absolutely pressurize, get this game over with, to get to the third game in this best of 3. Dynamite first dart from Chris. Dynamite second dart from Chris. Looks like he filled that up. 4 bowls. Gorgeous darts. Doesn't get him to a point advantage, but the pressure is on Neil. He needs 1 more bowl. Oh, and he can't make it happen. Now, if he throws bowls like he just did, Chris could actually start to pressurize and close out those segments. Looks like 1. Looks like 2. Ooh, and 1 not quite in. 115-1 bowl. Still 10 points behind. Looks like Neil is going to capitalize on this if he can close this out. And he does. Excellent game. A lot of back and forth. Really what you want to see. Now they're going to rediddle. See who's going to start on the game of 501. Neil is outside as well. Can't emphasize how important diddling is, especially in a best of 3 match. Getting that slight advantage can make all the difference. Just feel like you're putting a weight on the other opponent. And then you just pressure them, and it's such a short format. They really can't get their footing. Just outside. Outside as well, and he's going to have another shot at it. And he's outside as well. Ultimately, when the diddle lasts this long, it does get frustrating because you know that you aim at this target all the time, and then they just seem to, like Lady Luck, dance with some other fella. Looks like Neil is going to take the diddle and start the 501. All the best. Little dab, and we're on. This is open in, double out. Basically, it's just a race to the finish line. Oof, I know that song. You'll bounce out. I'm finding that I get more bounce outs with the fixed flights than I used to with the folded flights. Leave me some comments as to whether you're experiencing a similar uh, problem. I've heard that professional darters, that's why they use folded flights, is so that they can get a little play and a little give, and they don't have as many bounce outs. They do have more Robin Hoods, of course, but they are focusing those darts on such a small area that they can't afford a bounce out. And they'd rather have something that's going to yield a little bit to their throw. Steady as she goes, back and forth. They're both of them are gonna want to find some trebles pretty quick. Otherwise, this can absolutely turn into a slugfest. And the less bruised person will cross the line. 350 is the number that Chris is going to want to ultimately get down to if he can, because it would, given a max, it would get him down to somewhere where he could get to an out in 6 darts. Just a 60 there, but he does break the 300 barrier. And now it's just about, can he yield some pressure? And it does look like he's found some trebles there. No, just good looking darts. Oh, another costly bounce out. Looks like that was a treble as well. But he does get the one. Ton 40 gets him within 1 dart away. So he's got at least 6 darts from here. 6 darts from 180 is definitely a game that you like to play to try and see if you can take it out. Because if you can, it's your game. And again, the format is so small. It's like Chris is finding that trouble with more frequency now. Unhappy with the last dart. Who can get over the finish line first? Looks like that's a 59. Gets into a 2 darter. 59 also gets Chris to a 2 darter. Let's see who can close this out the fastest. Ooh, he was going for tops. Interesting. If you're feeling comfortable with tops, that's certainly a way to go. That does not the tops number he was looking for. He's looks like he's got 40 shots. There's 56 left. Looks like he gets the 32. So it's going to leave him double 12. Neil's going to want to take this out. He's not going to want to give Chris an opportunity. Pressure is on now. It's 20 for tops. Take his time. And he gets it. That's under pressure darts right there. Well, what a good match. Excellent match. Good throwing from all around. Pressure times. Yeah.
For those of you unaware of the format for Windy City Darters League Night, match number 6 is a choice match. Whichever team is losing after 5 matches will have the choice of what game they want to play. It could be all 501, all 301, all cricket, or Chicago format. Not surprising, we have a 5-0 lead, so the Dunne 80 team gets to choose, and we are currently diddling to see who goes first. Haven't heard for sure what game is being chosen. Looks like it's cricket. I'm getting a sign in from Nate the Chalker right now that it's going to be cricket. Joe and Kevin feeling it. This is a common place to go 501, stretch it out and see what happens, but I like the way that goes. For those who haven't heard my voice yet tonight, again, my name is Chris Lazzarini. You just watched me lose in singles format. Rough showing for me so far tonight, but that's okay. We're going to do our best to keep the momentum high and vibes okay, and bring you this set number 6 between the Latecomer Assassins and Dunne 80. Looks like Carl was able to win the diddle and will go first in cricket. Big start there from Carl, missing the first and hitting 2 triple 20s afterwards for a 60-point lead and an early cushion while Kevin lines up at 19s. Just a responsive one from Kevin puts this Mike Vandecott and Carl Hamilton team in a big advantage as Mike piles in the 19s. Looks like he gets 7 of them, and a commanding lead has been opened up. Joe looking at 18s, gets 3, first number closed for Dunne 80. Carl looks to answer. Looks like a third dart triple from Carl, and they are in the commanding lead. Kevin will have to adjust and go to 17s. Pancho, I just introduced myself. Were you not listening like literally 90 seconds ago? It's Chris Lazzarini. You just watched me lose format singles, and here I am announcing this match. But I appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all of you. Got 11 viewers out there on this Tuesday night. Thanks, Alex. You got my back. 17s closed by both teams. We move on to 16s from Joe. Gets on the scoreboard with 3. Sorry, gets on another number closed. Just a triple there. Or 3 singles. It's hard to tell from the stream cam. And another 3 mark answer. And another 3 from Dunne 80. Kevin and Joe have gone straight through closing out 18 through 15, and Mike and Carl have been right behind them. Tim is in the background watching. Tim's brother says hi. Todd, welcome to the chat. And another 3 dart close from the Latecomer Assassins. Joe has to go to bullseye, misses 3 at them, and Carl and Mike with a 136-point lead will have a lot of chances here at bullseyes with a comfortable cushion. Carl gets the 2 with a fallout 20, extends the lead, and Kevin and Joe will need a whole bunch of bullseyes with their back against the wall. Just one from Kevin on the bullseyes, but again, it'd be a mountain to have to overcome here. Third dart bull does get it done, and game one goes to Mike and Carl. We will go mugs away for game two. And again, all three of these will be cricket. That was the choice that Kevin and Joe made in this fifth set. Tough start there from Kevin. Just one mark opening on 20s. You feel a number that you aim at a lot at during 0-1 games. It always feels like a pretty big blow when you can only get that one mark to start off. Carl looks to capitalize and is only able to put up two, opening the door for Joe to maybe capitalize there. Unable to do so. And this game might get out of hand quickly if they can't recover from that. Thanks, Poncho. Appreciate that. Todd, I did say hi to your brother. He said hi back, but now he's over on board 7 here at Dye's Den, getting some warm ups in as he gets ready to start playing his remaining matches tonight. Definitely some opening night jitters, some live stream jitters, some having your teammate or opponent announcing your throws jitters. But it's it's a grind. It's a long season. Just week one here. Though admittedly a tough start here for both teams. Not quite the level you expect. Joe looks to make me eat my words and does with three single 19s to get Dunne 80 on the board for the first time in this match with 19 points. Mike will use all three at 19s to close out and is unable to do so, just getting two singles. Kevin will look here to capitalize, get some points on the board, maybe take the lead with a big triple and a few at 20s if he can get there. First start was a double 19, missed a little low, but got lucky there and hits a third to take the lead for the first time again in this set. Carl looks first to close. Can't do within two darts. Will now have to go to 20s to try to get the lead and can't do that either as he celebrates sarcastically. We all know that feeling. Joe just needs two 20s to close it out and keep the lead, which he does do. And Mike is on to 18s. Only able to get two, though. So, small window here. First start for Kevin misses low on 18s. Goes over to 19s, trying to sneak some points in there before they close it out. Is able to get one. And extends the lead now up to 35 points as Carl looks to go big on 18s. Good dart there from Carl. 4 18s and closes 19. Takes the lead and shuts off the scoring, forcing Joe to go down to 17s. Chat's getting a little frisky on the performance here. I understand that. And whoever said they see some 5 mark rounds coming is correct, as we have had back to back 5 mark rounds from Carl and Joe. And this game has kicked into fifth gear, or at least fourth gear. 418s to get the scoring back in the favor of the latecomer assassins, and Kevin will go back and forth with the seesaw on 17s. Once again, missing low, but clipping the double 17 and getting those quick 34 points, but unable to capitalize, a word I've said way too many times right tonight, as I take my first stab at darts announcing. Only 2 for Kevin, still not with the lead. Two outside and 1 on the ground. Disappointing turn there from Carl. And the door is open for Joe to put some points up on 17s. Is only able to find 1 and will fall just short in the lead. Still plenty of game to go here through the second game of this 6th set. Mike is able to close out on those 17s and add another 18 points, extending that lead up to 24, making it just a little more difficult for Kevin as he goes to 16s. We'll need 5 here to take the lead. First start triple is a good start. Wanted it, got the 5, and takes the lead again. Good battle here in game 2. Another 4 count on 18s for Carl. Seems to be dialed in on that triple 18. And Joe answers back with another 5 spot on 16, although this group seems hard to please. Mike takes one look at 16, trying to get the triple, just a single, but then goes back at 14 and is comfortably able to drop in 4 of them and jump back into a large 57-point lead, 56-point lead. I can read. Kevin will lead 4 just to retake the lead. Starts with a single. And then unfortunately, as he pulls too low and can only get the 116. Big window here for Carl to retake control of this match. We'll need 2 16s to close it out, and then we'll have the option to either score or close out a new number or start a new number. Gets the 2, opts for the new number, and gets 1 mark on the 15 just to make his partner's job a little easier next time he comes up to the Aki. Little low, little high, and just outside. Only 1 mark on the 15s for Joe. Mike's eyes are wide with the opportunity here. First 2 pounded in, and looks at bull, goes right at it, and gets 1. Nice 3 marks there. And the game is starting to slip away here from Kevin and Joe. We'll need to get a bunch of bullseyes here to feel comfortable. Kevin does fill it up, gets 3 bullseyes, opens it up for scoring. But again, that window is pretty small with Carl and Mike still having 2 numbers to score on. Will likely go at least 1 at bullseyes, maybe 2. You always want to have a chance to win the game with darts in your hand, but it's also tempting to go for points when you know you can. Does actually go for points first. Misses low on the first, misses wide on the bull, and now goes back at 18. And of course, hits the triple. Lead is now up to 94. So again, 4 bulls needed for Joe just to get the point lead while still needing 5 additional marks to close the game out. A big task right now. Just one Fallout 18 there. Good grouping, but not going to be enough as Mike just needs 2 bullseyes here with a commanding lead. Was able to get it, third dart win, and a 2-game sweep there to take the 6th set. It's a bit of a runaway right now with the Latecomers Assassins up 6-0 over Dunne 80 on their home turf here at Dyes Den. We all know who the announcer's been so far, but I'm going to pop over to the board and get ready for my 301 doubles match and turn it back over to Carl to walk us through the last few games this night.
And welcome back to the streaming. This is Carl Hamilton. Going to look over this doubles 301 game. Neil Moscardo and Rusty Benner versus Chris Lazzarini and Nate Faust. I have a Guinness. I am not going to be throwing any more darts tonight, so I am very relaxed now. Good God, it is stressful up there. You're just trying to be trying not to be the first person that loses anything. Chris and I are looking for the opportunity where we can actually do some commentary together, so share the mic. Looks like Neil did get in with a little tops action. Not this round for Nate. Now Rusty's going to try and do some damage on that 261. I'd like to thank Francisco for joining the chat. Thank you very much for that. Hope you're doing well. Francisco, or Pancho as he's known to those who can stand him, is a great dart player and was the captain of our team till quite recently. when myself, Rusty, and Brian Thomas uh, were at the same dart bar practicing for the same match as Mike Calamutin, who said, "You know what? We should play together as a team." Our team was not going to be throwing that season, and Mikey just formed a team in a night. And that's how the Latecomer Assassins came to be known. It's amazing the community of dart players, and it really is an extended family. Spend a lot of time trying to excel at this one task, and you see the same people over and over again. And ooh, some good darts from Rusty. A nice ton, 20. Really take it down and give Neil an opportunity for a two dart out. Chris takes the 81 off the top. Still six darts for Neil, should he need them. Not happy with that first one. He's going to go down for 17s, clean it up. Nah, was going to be tops in, tops out. It looks like he's going to have to rely on his partner to pick up the slack on this one. Nate's going to want to take a big old dent out of this. Having chalked the match with Nate, I noticed he has really tiny darts. The barrels are very small in comparison to Rusty, who throws like somewhat of a javelin. People ask me all the time how you pick your darts, and I just like you pick any relationship, you got to trial and error. Got to figure it out. It looks like Chris is going to take a look at this 115. He's not going to take it out now, but he is going to do some damage to it. All right, three more darts for Neil. Let's see if he can close the door on this leg. And he can. Good shot. Good first dart. You don't want to be dangling around there for too long. Mugs away, and Dunne is going to start off strong. And he can find it in. Neither team able to get in this round. Puts the pressure on the second round. Be able to put your partner on your shoulders. Let's see if Rusty has better luck. The starts look good. Are they in? They are not. So it's like the game is just starting, but the pressure is mounting to see if you can get in. Think that's in? Looks like it is. He's going to want more points than looks like, yep, 65 in. And normally the other team just responds in kind. It's a strange occurrence, but it almost always happens that the team, once you get in, you've cracked that seal, the other team is able to do so as well. Ooh, not on this occasion. That's going to be a body blow to Dunne right now. Rusty can crack this open. Even if you're just joining us, we're over at Guy's Den here on Irving Pike Road. It's one of the finest dart bars in all of Chicago. Come on over, have a beer, watch some good darts. Tell them Carl sent you. Is Nate going to be the one to crack the seal on this? Wow. Deeply frustrating. These are doubles you aim at all the time, and then they just go dry. Heartbreaking. I don't know what the score looks like. Ooh, a nice damn takeout on that. 113. Leaves double 19. I doubt that Neil is going to go for 19, but I have seen stranger things happen. Presses on Chris to get past this starting, just get off the starting mark. Yep, he's going straight for it. Risky business. Looks like he came inside, which means he's going to want to hit that three, leave his partner double eight. At this point, eight's going to feel just good, just getting a double, get his team on the board. Not on this round. I can only imagine that the pressure of the stream is also weighing heavy on these fellas. It's something new that we're trying here at Windy City Darters, especially with the commentary. Give us your comments and let us know how you think about things. And that's the end of the 301 doubles. We're going to move to cricket singles now. Okay, we're back now, and this is cricket singles. We're putting Rusty Beamer in there. Uh, he's doing so well for the team. Want to see how he can do on a singles here. He is poised. He is ready. Let's hope that he can bring this home. Like I said, I'm going to take myself out of the lineup. Mikey is also taking himself out of the lineup. So we're just going to have Rusty and Michael kneel through some great darts. He's heading back to work because that's how he does. He is an absolute animal. He's going back to work. Crazy man. All right. Looks like Tim starts with the 3 mark. Rusty will start on the 19s. Struggling to find his range. He's going to take his time. He's going to figure it out. Rusty's a very methodical player. He sometimes has a phantom throw at the top of it. He likes to get into his get into a nice flow with the game. And when he's on his darts, he's on his darts. Hopefully, I can get Chris Lazzarini to come over here and do a little co-commentating. All right. Looks like Rusty gets on the board with a nice little 4 mark. I do want to thank the boys from Dunne for agreeing to do this sort of live stream and the commentating as well. It's a lot of pressure to put on the first game of the season, and I really appreciate their candor. They're excellent guys. You haven't been over to Finley Dunn's. What an excellent bar over on Lincoln Avenue in, is it considered Lincoln Park? West Lakeview. Awesome bar. And they have 2 boards in front, and they've got 2 boards in the back, and excellent location. Such friendly staff. Uh, it is it is my wife's favorite bar because when she gets off of work, she likes to come there and have a drink and enjoy the company. It's like Tim is pretty much controlling this leg. Seems like he has found his range and he is just going to point and close 18s. That's a hard thing to find your range as a dart player. You got to trust your muscles, but you're also putting them under a lot of stress and anxiety, and trusting that that's going to be there for you is a it's a hard task. It's what makes champions, that they can deal with the pressure. Tim closes to 17s. Looks like he's having easy work of this. Rusty can find some 16s. He might be able to put him under a little bit of pressure, but it looks like this might be a bull shoot off. And with 100 points plus, Tim's definitely have the advantage. Clears the 16s with 1 dart and clears the 15s with 2. Excellent darts from Tim. Tim brought in like a tiny little marker dart so that he can practice his throw. Never seen it before, but he's certainly having success with it. So I might actually put it in my arsenal. Try to use it as a focus point. Shifting over so I can find that open target on the bull. Only able to convert 1 and a 15. Yeah, he's just going to put some pressure on uh, Rusty and just cross over that finish line. And that's double ball. Game over. Now Rusty's got the hard task of shaking that game off, being like, now it's a brand new start. Play your game, focus, find your levels, find your area. Looks like he found a nice form mark. And good that he was able to find his range after that loose five in the beginning. He might have settled in just a little bit. It's going to give him a little bit of confidence to go down to the 19s. Even if Tim is able to find three, he's not. He's only able to find two. It looks like he nailed the trip 19 and was not able to score some points on it. Unfortunate there, but he was able to close the 19, so it puts a little bit more pressure on Tim. Five mark will get him back in the game. Looks like he's gone on either side of the 18s. Was only able to find one mark. Aristide's got to choose, do I stay with the 18s or do I go back and point? For me, at this level, and with the success that Tim had with that last round, I'm going to point after that first start. I'm not going to take a risk. You can't lose if you're up in points. The two 18s gets him open on it. Let's see if Rusty can close it. That's two. This is the hardest dart. Always is. And it is awry. I have thrown many of those, most of them tonight. Can Tim capitalizing? Triple would put him in a point lead. And he is able to capitalize. Good last start. I'm going to get that on T-shirts. Good last start. Some people say good pick. I say good last start. Good last. He was able to increase some of the point pressure, but only by 6 points. Tim's going to want to stay on the 18s. Get up that point lead. Ooh, and he cannot manifest it. How many points is going to satisfy Rusty that he's going to feel like he can move to the 18s? Just that 20, and then he's going to go back. Well executed. This game can shift if Tim is able to convert maybe a five darter. Looks like he only gets the three. 28 points separate the two. Looks like he was able to clear 17 and two darts. Took a shot at the 15s, but no guts. Ooh, that is going to be a hard one to take. Tim's still fighting in this leg, but I'm pretty sure he's probably looking to that the third game decider. Going to want that diddle. All right. Doesn't look like he was able to manifest any of those 15s. Rusty closes those. Couple bulls, move on to that third game. Wow, those were misses. Those looked so good. He has opened the door to let Tim right back into this game. Tim can get at least a 6 mark. He's only able to put one on the board. Looks like Rusty's not switching. Oh, he did get a triple 19 on the last dart. 119. Door's still open. That'll help. Looks like he got a 4 mark. Puts him back into this fight. Were I Rusty, I would just point away, point away, point away. You'll throw with more confidence. You won't feel like you have to scrounge to get those marks out of the way. Leave me a comment in the down below and let me know if you're a pointer or you're a closer. 4 mark hits him back in the lead. 41 points. Now the pressure is on Rusty to redress the balance. Looks like he's only able to get 2 marks. 3 good darts for Tim to absolutely put him in the driver's seat. Is he gonna mess with it, or is he gonna try to point? He is pointing. Man after my own heart. And then he is closing the 19s and trying to look at the 20s. He's got a 50-point lead. Rusty's going to want to take at least 3 marks out of the 20s. When the pressure is on, you are struggling. Feel those doors closing very quickly behind you. It's only a 10-point lead now. If he can get, and he's going back to try and point, couldn't find it. Is he able to make that work? Nope, just only a 25-point lead. So two 20s will get him back into this game. Looks like he might have gotten 2 20s on that first dart. Can close those 15s, can't do it. Ooh, door open just ajar. That's the squeaky mouse that's going to come in. Can Tim capitalize? Going to fill it full of 15s. 3, 2, 3. 30-point lead. Oh, he's going to choose to close the 15s first before he starts. Um, boy, oh. Going down to get the 15s first, I think, was an error. You want to get that point lead up first before you start going. Because now the door is wide open for Tim to close the 20s. And if he gets a shot on double 16 or triple 16, this game is decidedly in his favor. Oh, he's choosing to point. I got to say, wise decision in my estimation. So now it's on Rusty and a bunch of 16s. See if it can focus. Looks like he's got a couple. Goodness. Is he hero darting all over the place? clutch moment. Finds 4 16s, gets himself the point lead, and closes the 15s. This becomes a bull game, and just that quickly, it can change hands again. I estimate that's why Americans like cricket so much is because it can go back and forth very quickly. Whereas with 501, you're pretty much a race to the finish. The first person who's going to get over the line, that's it. This, you can trip it up. You can trip yourself up. Ooh, and I think Rusty might have just tripped himself up right there. Not able to capitalize. And it is only a 19-point lead. So enough bulls. That's one bull. He needs 3 and 2 16s, and this game is his. Rusty starts well with bullseye. He should stay there. Oh, he tried to go for the 16s, can't make it work. Only one bull. It really is in Tim's hands right now. Oh, we didn't even get the bull. My goodness. Yep. Yep. Filled it full of bulls. Going for the double 16. Oh, and just on the outside wire. That is a 6-point lead from bulls. Rusty's going to want to stay there, get that point lead back. In my estimation, he's going to need at least 4 to feel comfortable before start moving anywhere. Does he get it? Looks like he did. That does put some pressure on Tim. He's going to need at least 3 bulls. He's not going to be able to win in this attempt. But he does get another bull on the board. Nip and tuck, nip and tuck. And that, if it was me, I'm going to point more. Oh, he's going for the close. He's going for the gut. Oh, just one. Bunchables minus and a Fallout 16. That's very fortunate. It's an 8-point game, ladies and gentlemen. And Rusty is still going for the close. He is trusting that he can finish this bull game right here. He's got one shot at it. 16 will do him no good. And it looks like he might have. Did he get it? Just one. Now Tim is the favored. He's favored for the match. Can't make that bullseye go. Needs one. Oh no, pressure is on. He does it. He is able to get the one bull, get the point lead. It is now 17-point game. Rusty is going to get 2 16s. There's one. There's two, and he's going to go for the bull. I just know it. And from that expression, he did not get it. Can Tim capitalize on this? No ball. That is in. 16 will win the game. And that is cricket strategy, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, sports fans. It's the trusted Chris Lazzarini back on the mic. Carl is actually off to play a singles match over on board 5 right now. If you want to check out on Dark Connect, you can watch Carl and Stan play their singles playoff match while we are going to go into doubles 501 to wrap up the night. We are just diddling right now. We have Nate and Tim. The first points on the board for Dunne 80 from Tim last set. We'll be going against Mike Vandecott and Rusty. Looks like Mike is off and running to kick off 501 doubles in the final set of this opening week. Pardon our technical difficulties. We actually swapped out tablets so Carl can get his match going, and we're going to be getting that new link, and we'll get that scoreboard up right away. So, sir, bear with us. I'll do my best to read the scores from here until we get that up and running. We have an early 141 points total for 2 rounds from latecomers, a 41 from Mike, and a 100 from Rusty, with just 22 starting from Nate. And we're going to see what Tim can do to try to catch back up a little bit. And there we go. Thank you, Danny, for getting that back up and running just in time to see Tim score 7, unfortunately. So here we are, kicking off that first game of 501 doubles. 55 from Mike, and a big early lead for the Latecomer Assassins on their way already with 7 wins tonight, looking to get a nice 8-1 start to the season. While Dunne 80 is looking to salvage just 2 points. And if they can get these last 2 after Tim won cricket singles, it will feel like a small victory and some momentum going into next week. While we're on the topic of free drinks that were spoiled, excuse me, I see in the chat commenting on that. What we haven't covered is how much money Joe and I have spent on touch tunes tonight, keeping music going for the bar. We'll be looking at Dies Den to compensate us for the amount of money we've spent on touch tunes. Good soundtrack, though. I know you can't hear much of it on the mic, but we're having a good time here as we approach the 11 o'clock hour at Dies Den in Chicago. No big triples yet for Dunne 80 as Rusty and Mike are out to a commanding lead here in this first leg. Setup shot there from Rusty. Puts up 92 to get it down to 68. Nice little 2-dart combo options there. And I'm sure Mike will be patient with Tim and Nate nowhere near an out. Couple of options here. Let's see if he looks at the 20s first. Looks at him, but ends up with a 1. And we'll have to pivot from there. Just another 2. So down to 65. Looks for a bowl to leave 40. Can't do it. Just a 17. And 20 shot overall to leave 48. Not a bad spot to be for Rusty. A couple options there to leave some good double numbers. While Tim and Nate look for just some momentum to carry into game 2, assuming Rusty and Mike can clean this up. Good look there from Nate. First start, single 8 for Rusty. We'll be looking at tops. Just low on the double 20. Looks at double 10 to end the game and pulls it low into 15, leaving a tough spot at 5. Though Tim won't be able to get out here from 190, so Mike will be back at 5, and we'll be needing to split that with an odd number first. Hearing that the songs playing on the jukebox are not coming through the microphone, which just goes to show you the quality equipment we're working with here. Big shout out to Danny Chavez getting this all set up. Cameras look nice, board looks great, and it sounds wonderful. And let's get back over to the game. Bust there from the Latecomer Assassins, and Mike leaves a very small door open for Nate, but a door nonetheless. See if he can walk through it with a 145. Won't be able to do that on this turn, but still has a chance to put a scare into them with 2 in hand from 125. Looks at a triple 20 and bullseye for a 105 and leaves tops for his partner if he has a chance to go for it. Instead, now we have Rusty looking to take out 5 with a first dart at single 1. Doesn't get it and gives a chance here for Tim and Nate to come back and really steal a game out of nothing. Just misses low on double 20, looks at double 10 a little wide, and then does pull one down low, similar to what the other team did. I think Rusty was when he pulled it down. So now we have a chance for Mike again at 5, looking to hit the one first and open up that double 2 bed. Once again, misses wide left, and life still glimmers for this Dunne 80 team. Nate walking up to the board. Based on his 301 performance, I think double 10 is his preferred route. So let's see if he's confident to knock this out. Misses just inside with a second. Looks at double 5 to end the game on his third. And a little bit high, continuing the struggles here with this Dunne 80 team. They've done a lot of work all night, coming back and making games close late, and have had a hard time executing the final late stages of that comeback. While we have Rusty and Mike continuing to miss single ones. Much easier when you don't want to hit them than when you do. Tim misses just inside the double 5, but is able to hit the fat one to leave double 2, something that Mike is trying to do right here with his first start. Doesn't hit the single, hits the triple one. We'll need to go back up there for double 1, can't do it, and that results in a bust. And now Nate is in the driver's seat here on double 2. Has to move that dart blocking his throw a little bit. We'll look to the right, come around, misses just high in the double 2, and now is back adjusting to the left for double 1 with 1 dart in hand. And that's not going to make it. Turns ball back over to Rusty. Continues to struggle in the single 1. Back down to Tim on double 2. All over the wire on that second dart, but just misses inside. And now we have Nate will be in the madhouse if he gets a chance with Mike's attempt at 5. Hits a double 1 this time. Sorry, single 1. Sure looks in from the live stream, but we know it's not. And unfortunately, Mike cannot capitalize. For the 800th time I've said the word capitalize tonight. Let's see if Nate can do that on double 1. Missed it just high, trying to walk it in. Has 2 good markers there. And goes right through the markers, can't use them. Miss all three off the board high. And here we have Rusty still on five, where they have been for quite a while. Gets the single for double two. This is too low, but has finally gotten off of the single one to double. And now we have a 2 versus 4 matchup. All three coming off the board high. And let's see if Mike, now not needing to hit that single first, can go right at that double two. Misses just inside the wire. Just outside on double one. One chance. Cannot do it. And it goes back to 4. This kind of feels like when you're a chalker, you don't need to be up there. I'm not sure I need to do much announcing, as we know what the strategy is. Both teams stuck on double one. Tim just misses outside the wire. Gets a tough bounce out. And once again, misses high. Only one part of the board to look at now. It is the top part while Mike looks at double one. And there it is. Don't count the number of darts thrown in that game. The win's all that matters for Mike and Rusty. And we will mercifully move on to game two with Mugs away, Nate to lead off. If my team listens to this in the future, I am so sorry. All right, looks like that double one nonsense kind of broke the tension. Hopefully, these teams can regroup a little bit and have some fun here in these last one, maybe two matches of the night. Nice opening ton by Mike Vandecott, and a good answer there from Tim, with Nate and Tim down to 360 after 6 darts. Rusty trying to answer. Isn't able to. Only gets 7 there. 9, apologies. And I got a small door opens for Nate and Tim. Just 22. Not enough to separate too far. And Mike will be happy to have a chance here to take the lead. Does take the lead with 60, but just barely. Locks himself in the triple 20, Tim does, and tries to go down for the triple 19 and misses just inside to a single 3. And the nerves continue. Frustration setting in a little bit with this Dunne team, a team that we know has skill. We have has talent. We know that. It hasn't really come together on Tuesday nights for them quite yet. Big turn there from Mike. Flips the game a little bit with a big ton 40 and jumps into a pretty big lead in this second game. Mike with 3 turns so far this game, averaging 100 with those 3 turns. That's going to be a good situation for you. That's an average that we don't get to very often, game at a time, but still, with a when you're playing with a partner and you can average 100 over 3 turns, you're going to be in a good spot. While Rusty looks to get them down to a better out than they're at right now. Puts them to a lower out. I'm not sure how much better it is. Just 6 points hit. And you can see some stark differences in the averages between the two players on this team from the Latecomer Assassins here in game two. Big third dart there from Nate. Puts up a 99 and gets down to 70, a much more desirable out. And we'll see if Mike can get special from 126. Should be only at 19's first here. Does, but unfortunately lands in the 3 bed and won't have a chance to take this out. Just 30 shots, so still a good spot here for Tim with 70 and 3 in hand. First our AAA team misses it just low. It hits a single 4. Goes at 16 to leave the bowl. A little wide there. It gets down to a nice number, and Nate now has a choice here. If he gets a chance, Rusty will have a look at 96 to stop that chance and to end the night. Just 33 from Rusty, so nothing too scary. Nate will again have his choice here. We know how much he likes double tens. We might go 19 double 10 here. It could just go 7 for 32. Goes at the 719 wire and instead hits a double 7, it looks like, and has to do some math in his head down to 25. That's the single 9, now leaves himself double 8 and hits it. Good recovery there from Nate. Not losing his mind too much. Had to do some extra math there, but recovers with 25 on a 9 double 8 and forces a rubber match and the last match of the night. We will have a reverse diddle here to see who will take the first darts in this final leg decider 501, with the outcome of the night already well in hand as the Latecomer Assassins started the night with a quick 7 wins. Quick's a stretch. Some hard fought battles in there, but a 7 count nonetheless. And again, Dunne 80 looking to grab a couple late wins and build on this for next week. Looks like Nate was able to win that diddle and will look to capitalize again. I hate saying that word, on getting that first bullseye in, winning the diddle, and continue the momentum a little bit. Had a new viewer join the stream, all the way up to 7 viewers, so welcome in as we wind down this final match and the final leg of this opening league night between the Latecomer Assassins and Dunne 80. 55 from Nate, frustrated 55, knows he throws some good darts there, and just misses the triple 20. Looks like Dunne 80 is taking advantage of this new life after that second game win Jumping out to an early lead. See if Rusty can answer. Decent score there, 85. Keeps him in the game. Only a 40-point difference after 6 starts apiece. And Nate retaking the throw, looking confident and feeling good about his throw right now. I know he was frustrated after that 301 loss with me. Went over to board 8 and got some throws in. I think he worked out some of that frustration, and it looks like he settled in quite nicely for this last leg. Extends the lead, does Nate, by picking up just an extra 15, and Nate or Tim off with another rip and start with a first start triple 20, it looks like, and continues to fill it up with another triple 20 as last start for a ton 40 overall and a commanding lead, almost 200 points right now, and the first down to an out. I hope they finish this game before the song ends because I'm running out of credits on touch tunes. And it's weird when it's really silent in here. Couple options here. You have the option to go triple 20, triple 18, or just two triple 19s to get you down to 32. Goes 20 route, isn't able to hit the triple, but will be able to set up his partner in the best case. 40 shot leaves 106. And again, any even triple here will be just fine. Tries to go the 18 route, isn't able to connect there. Oh, it was actually a triple 20. My mistake. The stream didn't have a good view on it. And ended up with a triple 4 on top of it for a 92, but does still leave a 2 dart combo out at 54 with Mike and Rusty quite a ways behind until now as Mike looks to fill it up. Just misses a 180. A 123 gets them right back in this game. Tim will have hopefully 2 darts at double if he executes properly here. Triple 14 leaves double 6. Just misses. Oh, sorry, doesn't. Hits it, and that's it. I thought his face said miss. His face said win, and that's it. Dunne 80 squeaks out the last 2 legs of the night, gets the second set win, and that puts a bow on week 1 for the Latecomers Assassins versus Dunne 80. It has been a pleasure bringing you this live stream. I'm going to go shake the hands of the other team. Carl and I had a blast doing it. Hope you had a good time listening. And thank you, Danny, for setting us all up. We will see you again soon. I like signing off or anything.